This is session 49 of Unit 5 of 5th semester Taxation of Mangalore University. In this session, we shall study about the assessment procedure, the various assessment types. Learning objectives are to understand the concept of assessment procedure and the different types of assessment. Session outcome is to understand the meaning of assessment and how assessment is done. Meaning of assessment and types of assessment are studied in this session. In the previous class or the previous sessions, we have studied about the computation of tax in case of various assessees like individuals, HUF, partnership firms and companies. Meaning of assessment. Assessment means computation of total income and determination of tax payable by an assessee. Different types of assessment are self-assessment, assessment on the basis of return, regular assessment by assessing officer, reassessment, precautionary or protective assessment. Self-assessment. Under section 140A, if any tax or interest is payable on the basis of the return of income, after taking into account the advance tax paid and TDS, that is tax deducted at source, the assessee shall first pay such tax and interest and fee, if any, then file the return along with the proof of such payment, that is challan of payment. This is called self-assessment. If there is delay or shortfall in payment of any installment of advance tax or delay in filing the return, he shall also deposit the interest for this default by the aforesaid challan. If any assessee fails to pay the whole or any part of such tax or interest or both in accordance with the above provisions, he shall be deemed to be an assessee in default in respect of the tax or interest or both remaining unpaid, and all the provisions of the Act shall apply accordingly. Second type of assessment is assessment on the basis of return. Section 143, subsection 1. After the return is filed, an intimation is sent to the assessee for paying any sum remaining payable. Such intimation shall be deemed to be an order of assessment on the basis of the return. If the assessee has paid excess tax, it will be refunded. The assessing officer must send intimation for any tax due from the assessee on the basis of the return within 1 year from the end of the financial year in which the return is filed. Third type of assessment is regular assessment by assessing officer. It means the assessment is made on the basis of evidence or best judgment under section 144. So the first under the regular assessment by assessing officer is assessment on the basis of evidence or scrutiny assessment. Section 143, subsection 3. Notice under section 143, subsection 2, when the assessment officer or prescribed authority, as the case may be considers it necessary to verify the correctness or completeness of the return to ensure that the income has not been understated or the loss declared is not excessive or the tax has not been underpaid, he shall serve on the assessee a notice either to attend his office or to produce on a date specified any evidence in support of his return. However, Such a notice can be served on the SSE only within 6 months from the end of the financial year in which the return is filed. The second type of regular assessment by assessing officer is on best judgment assessment. In best judgment assessment, the assessing officer should really base the assessment on his best judgment. That is, he must not act dishonestly. He must make a fair estimate of the proper figure of assessment, and for this purpose, he must be able to take into consideration local knowledge and repute in regard to the assessee's circumstances and his knowledge of previous returns and assessment of the assessee and all other matters which he thinks will assist him in arriving at a fair and proper estimate. Best judgment assessment can be compulsory or discretionary. Compulsory best judgment assessment. Section 144 provides that the assessing officer shall make the assessment to the best of his judgment in any of the following three cases. Where the assessee has failed to make the voluntary return under section 139 subsection 1 and has not made a belated return or a revised return. Second is where there has been a failure to comply with all the terms of the notice under section 142 subsection 1 requiring the assessee to produce accounts or other documents or information specified therein or fails to get the accounts audited. Third, where the return has been made by the assessing officer considers it to be where the return has been made but the assessing officer considers it to be incorrect or incomplete and serves a notice upon the assessee requiring his appearance or the production by him of evidence in support of his return, but the assessee does not comply with the terms of the notice. In case of discretionary best judgment assessment, the assessing officer is not satisfied about the correctness of the accounts of the assessee, or no method of accounting has been regularly employed by the assessee, or income has not been computed in accordance with the standard notified by the government, then the assessing officer may, in his discretion, make the best judgment under section 144. The assessee can file an appeal against such an assessment as under compulsory best judgment assessment. The fourth main type of assessment is reassessment, also called income escaping assessment. If the assessing officer has reason to believe that any income chargeable to tax has escaped assessment for any assessment year, he may assess or reassess such income, keeping in view the provisions of section 148 to section 153. It is further provided that once an assessment is reopened, any other income which has escaped assessment and which comes to the notice of the assessing officer subsequently, that is in the course of proceeding under this section, can also be included in the assessment. However, if an assessment has been made for the relevant assessment year after scrutiny, no action shall be taken under this section after the expiry of 4 years from the end of the relevant assessment year. Assessing officer may assess or reassess such income other than the income involving matters which are subject matters of any appeal, reference, revision which is chargeable to tax and has escaped assessment. The last type of assessment is precautionary or protective assessment, where it is not clear as to who has received the income. The assessing officer can commence proceedings against any or all of them to determine as to who is responsible to pay tax. However, tax cannot be recovered from the assessee under such an assessment. These are the references used